Good morning, humans. In this third video about black holes, about micro black holes, and also black holes, I want to speak about again the risks in the Perpetuum mobile technology regarding the opening of black holes. We have to close out to exclude the possibility that this can happen. And I thought about this question, and I am very sure that this cannot happen. And I will explain it. A good technology can never cause a bad effect. But I want to explain this scientific. So first I want to say what I have said wrong in the second video. But there was something at the end of the video where I have forgotten that in the case of large black holes, white gaps of these micro black holes, or the macrocosm is in row switched. Here the diameter of the universe of the largest possible black hole as 10 to 34 meters. But what I have forgotten is to say here the depth of this total black hole is still the depth of a single black hole. While for the flat space I have explained all these gaps of 10 to minus 34 meters are parallel. So, and the total depth is also 10 to minus 34 meters. In the circle square, the large black hole and the small black hole, whereas as explained in the last video, this is the flat space and the vertical direction. This is this value here, and this is called verticality, and this is called I write once again the axis here, the verticality, the minus imaginary verticality. The horizontal lines are the three-dimensional spaces for different energy states. Here we have the horizontality. This is this value, 10 to 34 meters. Okay. What I want to explain today is what happens when a big black hole is opened in the universe. Scientists say that there is that the flat space is destroyed in the singularity of black holes. This is wrong. In my theory, I explained that the ground structure of the universe is always the same. It is always the square, and is always between the macroscopic values here, the macroscopic and the microscopic values of energy, and the ground structure is always a square circle. And this is also the case for the singularity inside the black hole. There we behold the ground structure of the universe. It is always the square circle with the energy 1 joule. But it is also 1 joule here in the equilibrium state. But we know that not each energy is 1 joule. There are very large energies and there are very small energies depending on the mass. And so we have to distinguish between filled, unfilled, filling, and filled energy values and parameters. This belongs to the quantities of meters, maybe for the length of a wavelength, can here be 1, 2, 3 meters. Then we know, maybe, for example, that let's say this wavelength here has a length 3 meter, and we know it is 3 meter. This is an unfilled value. But we have to know also how long is the meter. We know only the quantity is 1 meter, but how long is the meter? And this is the filling value. This is the elementary length of the elementary lattice of the ground structure. The elementary lattice is this here. It is not always the same value. This means, okay, this is filled with this value here. Filled means multiplied, and this follows to a filled value. This we can do with energies also. For example, here we have for example, we have an unfilled value of 10 to minus 68 joule, unfilled, and fill it with the filling value 10 to 68 joules, and then we get a filled value of 1 joule. But we can do it also with the unfilled value of 10 to 68 joules and fill it with 10 to minus 68 joules, and we get this value. This belongs to what I explained about the description of the formula of everything, that energy equals surface, and that the surface is the energy E, and that this energy is filled with the Planck energy, so that one gets the free energy squared as a new nature law, the macro coupling. The dependency between maybe the acceleration and mass of a falling apple that falls from a tree on its internal macroscopic quantum states, and in the opposite direction, the dependency of the acceleration or the velocity of an object and the internal macroscopic quantum properties. In both direction there is a coupling between both effects. Okay, for how are large black holes opened? Imagine that the space is flat, and then maybe like this, and then we have let's say an energy of 10 to, okay, it must be very high. Let's say an energy of 10 to 50 joules as mc squared, maybe with a mass of 50, let's say 10 to 50. These are about 10 to 33 kilograms. So these are some masses. And then here the space is curved. This here is now 10 to 50 joules produced by the mass. Then we have here this is the amount of meter squares here per prime time, per 1 prime time. And then we have 10 to 50 little fields here in the chessboard. But then the field is curved now, and it follows there too that this lattice here is now curved because the mass, let's say to this And to this mass that follows to a black hole belongs always one singularity surface on the flat space. And this is exactly the energy of this mass of the star, for example. 10 minutes. And this follows there too that the energy is when the mass is uptaken here into the black hole from the inside, then the work entropy, there are two types of entropy. The work entropy goes into the curvature of the space, and the heat entropy goes into it's a low entropic light and goes into the quantum information space and produces mass for the parallel cosmos. This is the distinguishing, and we have the total entropy of S equals this S work entropy, and this is the filling, means there's no square. The filling of there are two types of fillings. One squares the parameter and the other fills the square not. This is a linearity calculation for the space-time, derived from the formula of everything. So this, okay. And in the case of the Perpetuum mobile motor, we don't have mass, so that we haven't got work entropy here to curve the space-time. What we have as work entropy in the case of the Perpetuum mobile motor is that the work entropy is produced to motion, while the heat entropy goes into the coupling. Heat entropy is the low entropy. Two types for entropy. For low entropy, it is heat entropy, and for high entropy, it is work entropy for two parameters: entropic heat and the non-thermal heat, the sensitive heat and latent heat. And here a coupling between micro and macrocosm. And this is based on force, the new property. So we don't have in the Perpetuum mobile motor a curvature of the space-time that can produce these lengths, large holes. We have black holes. We have only these small gaps here in the motor. So we cannot produce artificial by external stimulation with rotating or electrical or magnetic fields large black holes. This was the question that I asked me. This is what I want to prove. What I want to say further is a little short is I want to give should I say short something to the energy table. If you look onto my webpage, you can see an energy table there. We can distinguish between both types, coupling and antigravity, and there you will see that there are different wavelengths for both cases, and that we have small wavelengths for antigravity for the increase of the free energy, and high wavelengths in the Planck energy for large black holes. And this is also not possible to produce large black holes in small Perpetuum mobile motors. Okay, this is everything what I want to explain now to this topic. Thank you that you have listened to me. Bye.